In today's video, I am going to be breaking down 11 Ja Morant amazing moments that we can all learn from so that we can be just as good, if not better, than Ja Morant himself. Let's get down and let's check him out because he is one amazing basketball player. Okay, so in this first clip, it's a fast break, basically a 2-on-1, and he skies up for a massive dunk. So why was he able to do this against somebody in the NBA? Well, first off, what is he looking at when he is attacking the basket? First off, he has a player here who he could have sent up a lob to. That's a given. But he has only one player. His defender's back is basically to him, and his momentum is taking him away from the basket. Ja Morant is going towards the basket, which then just basically gives him a wide open lane to be able to smash down a dunk. And that is exactly what we see here. There was really no defense there. This defender should have tried to cut him off, but he also probably just let him go by because he didn't want to get smashed on. Which leads me to my second point for the same clip. If you are attacking the rim hard, especially if you can dunk the ball, guess what? There's going to be nobody getting in your way because they don't want to get smashed on. So if you attack the rim hard enough, you're going to have some open dunk. Also, being able to time players' layups can give you big blocks like we see here. So here we see a player who is basically trying to get position on trying to score. He's got his left shoulder in front of the right shoulder of the defender. He's really only worried about that guy. And then, of course, Ja Morant comes up from behind and gets a massive block. Well, why did this happen? Well, he picks up the ball, he goes one step, and he's already bringing that ball up. That tells Ja Morant that this is going to be only a one-step layup, not a two-step, so he needs to get up there quicker, and because of that, he's able to get that block. While this was a smart offensive move, only taking one step for the layup to try to basically beat that defender, he didn't think of Ja Morant coming up behind. That was a massive block, by the way. Here we see Ja Morant using a screen, and then he splits the defender. This is something that you can do as well, and of course maybe get some dunks like that. So why did this happen? Well, first off, his main defender run over top of the screen, which then gives a 2-on-1 situation against the hedge man. Well, if the hedge man's kind of slower than you and momentum is taking him either away from where you want to go or towards the net, then you can actually split the screen. That is basically when you come off of a screen and then you split back between your two defenders in this case. And that's what he does here. And when he splits back, he does a jab cross where he crosses from his right to left hand and jabs towards that right side. That gets Boucher away from the direction where Ja Morant wanted to go. And Ja Morant's a very good vertical jump guy who can smash down pretty much any dunk, and that's what we see here. We see it again here where he does split the screen against Jokic, and then something he does here, which is something very interesting, and that is he goes off like if he's about to go up towards that right side. He gets his right foot, left foot up, which then makes that defender think that it's going to be a dunk on this side. Well, guess what? If he goes off for a spin, he's basically just spun around that defender in the air, essentially, and of course he finishes with his left hand. Remember, you always have to be able to finish with both hands around the rim. And here we can see that you don't need anything special to be able to attack the rim. It's just a very simple crossover to get to the rim. Very difficult finish, but very easy cross. All he did here was he did a quick stutter where he then did a quick jab cross where he jabs towards the right side and crosses towards his left hand. Because his defender was going in that direction and that top foot was of course there, we can see that that defender was really out of position. We can see that he was squared up away from where Ja Morant was even going, which then allowed Ja Morant to get back to that left side and then of course finish with the up and under. That was a very difficult finish, but a very easy way to get to the rim. That's all you really need to do. Jab, cross, get super low, get your shoulders below your defender's shoulders, attack the top foot, and of course that's all you really need to do. Here in the next clip, we see that Ja Morant finds a lane and takes a full advantage of it. Now, when you are on offense, you need to know what you're gonna do before you do it. You can't just get that ball and say, oh, what am I gonna do? At this point, way back here, he already sees that he has an open lane. And because of that, when he gets that ball, look, he's not looking to stop going forward. He receives that ball while he's running. He's already made that decision. Takes one dribble and skies up for a massive dunk. This was all because he's seen beforehand right there. He's scanning the court. He notices is he's got nobody there. He needs to get to that rim. Now, if you're at the high school level, you may need a call for that ball, but you need to know and make your decision before you even get it, and that's why he's able to be so good. Even with my heavier weight right at where I'm at right now, I can still do this move here, and it's actually a very useful move. What you do is you're attacking the rim, and if you've got a help side defender, but he's still giving you a lane to the basket, what you can do is to, on your first step, get that ball up into the air, and then you take your second step. Now, he does it on his last step because he's got the vertical to be able to do so, but when you take your first step right there, this first step where he takes here, that could be the shot fake, where now the second step you take, which is there, you can then go for the reverse. However, on this first step, if you're younger, you can go for the shot fake, get that defender up into the air, and then take your second step and finish with the reverse. It's actually a very simple move, and you should be able to finish with it. Footwork is also very important. The footwork is important for pretty much anybody, and here he attacks the rim, does a quick fake spin back that gets his defender shifted towards that side. He takes one more dribble, shot fake with his foot behind here. By the way, if you're a defender and you see a shot fake with a body who's nowhere close to being in line, guess what? You better not fall for that, and that's what happened here. That defender fell for it, and Ja Morant's able to take a step through and finish. So basically, all you have to do is, of course, attack the basket, fake spin out, one dribble, get that foot planted, shot fake, and then go towards the rim. Now, this was actually a travel, but if he actually kept that right foot planted and didn't lift it here, then of course that would be a clean play. Otherwise, it's a travel. But either way, he got the and one, and that is a fantastic move to do, and you don't have to travel to do that move. Being able to change speeds on your last step is very useful as well. So here, he's able to get past Luka Garza mainly because he stops on that first step. The first step in his layup, he basically stops his full momentum and then takes a slower second step, which then allows him to get past that player. You can literally do this on a straight line drive too, where you can stop on your first step and then take a slow second step, because now that defender's flown past you, his momentum is taking him back, and that second step allows you to get past him. It's actually a very simple move to do, and again, not many players do it. If you are at the point, let's say you're playing in a 2-3 zone, or if you're a man-to-man defender and you're way out here, what you can do is, if your team gets a defensive rebound, get down court as fast as you can. Sprint and look for the ball, because if your teammate's looking for you, you can get some open layups or dunks. On the fast break as well, really try to time your steps right at the free throw line extended. So here, he takes his penultimate step from the free throw line into the key. That's his last step, technically speaking, his penultimate step, which then allows him to sky up for a 2-foot jump. Now, that's just one heck of a dunk, but he was able to time this perfectly, and if you can really work with your teammates in, let's say, practice or before or after practice, and you can get this timing down, this can really help you out a ton. I hope that this Ja Morant video helps you be able to be a better basketball player. Some of the things that we really need to look at is, of course, the footwork that he uses, but also the ability to read the court and to move off ball too, which we didn't see that much here, but being able to basically view the court and being able to see, hey, I've got an open lane. If I get that ball, I already know what I need to do to score. That is going to set you apart, especially if you are a younger player. Knowing what you're going to do before you even get that ball is going to help you a ton. I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.